My family turned their backs on me when I was broke and struggling. 5 years later, they suddenly showed up at my door and told me, "Can you imagine looking your own father in the eye after 5 years of silent abandonment, only to hear him declare, 'You don't even have a family, we will take this house'?" Because that's exactly what happened to me. They didn't just walk in like they owned the place. They believed they did. And in that moment, something inside me snapped. Honestly, from the outside, we looked like the quintessential American family in suburban Pennsylvania. My dad, Richard, was your classic bank manager, always in a crisp suit, briefcase glued to his hand. My mom, Diane, a dedicated nurse, kept our modest 3-bedroom house spotless. And then there was Brian, my older brother, the golden child. 3 years older than me, and seemingly destined for greatness in my parents' eyes. But scratch beneath that perfect surface, and you'd find a really complicated dynamic that basically shaped my entire life. Even as a kid, I could feel the invisible line drawn between Brian and me. His mediocre grades, celebrated, my excellent ones, just expected. When he got into state university on a partial scholarship, my parents threw a huge party, bought him a brand new car, and practically drained their savings to cover the rest of his tuition. They wanted to make sure their investment was secure. Me? From my freshman year of high school, the message was loud and clear. I'd be working part-time jobs to save for college. So by 16, I was juggling school with 20 hours a week, at the local diner, flipping pancakes and slinging burgers, just trying to squirrel away every single penny. It didn't matter that I had straight A's and was involved in everything. There was never any talk of me going to a prestigious university. Brian was the priority, the main event. I was just the afterthought. But there was one person, just one, who truly saw me, my grandma Margaret. She was my mom's mother, and she lived about an hour away in this enchanting little cottage, surrounded by a garden that, to a child, felt absolutely magical. Every summer, while Brian was off at some expensive sports camp my parents funded, I'd spend 3 glorious weeks with her. Those weeks were my salvation. "Sabrina," she'd tell me, her hands, weathered from decades of gardening and hard work, gently guiding mine as we planted tomatoes. "Never let anyone tell you what your worth is. Only you decide that." And she'd always add, "And never depend on someone else to keep a roof over your head. Learn to build your own." Grandma Margaret had basically raised 3 kids on her own after my grandfather passed away when my mom was only 12. She worked tirelessly as a seamstress, making sure all her children got at least some college education. Her strength, her fierce independence, it became my North Star, especially when things at home felt suffocating. As college loomed, pressure from my parents became unbearable. My mom had it all planned out. I was going to full story video added in below,